even in Arupchita Bhakti. For this reason, all commentators on this sloka like Sridhar Swami have explained the deep meaning. One should act in such a way that all of these activities are offered directly to Sri Bhagavan. In other words, only those actions which are performed for his pleasure should be offered. In other words, if you want to offer all the activities, then you have to do those activities which are pleasing to Bhagavan. If you are doing activities which are not pleasing to Bhagavan, then how can you offer them? You cannot. So if you want to offer everything, then you have to strictly do only activities which are pleasing to Bhagavan. Then you can offer them to him. In Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, Devarsi Narad also says, Kurvana yatra karmani bhagavat shikshaya. The Sharanagat Bhaktas who perform pleasing acts for Bhagavan offer those acts solely to him. In other words, we cannot offer anything that is displeasing to the Lord. He will not accept. The devotees know that which activities are pleasing and they engage in those activities. What is pleasing to the Lord? Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atma Nivedanam. Following the 64 limbs of Bhakti, like Guru Padashraya, Shiksha, Diksha, Vishambena, Guru Seva. All these things are pleasing to the Lord. Therefore, we only have to look into the life of the Vaishnava, look into the life of our Guru Varga, we can understand what activities are pleasing to the Lord. We follow their footsteps. Mahajanayena Vedasa Panta. While commenting on this sloka, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur shows the difference between the activities of a karmi and those of a bhakta. A karmi only offers Bhagavan the activities that are in accordance with Vedic injunction, so that his karma will not be fruitless. So in other words, to get the fruit of karma, he is offering his Vedic activities to the Lord. Bhaktas, however, perform all their activities, whether Lokik, Vedic or related to the body, with the feeling that Bhagavan is my master. And it is for his pleasure that I am offering everything unto his feet. This is the great difference between the two. In other words, the karmi, when he is sleeping, he is taking bath, he is eating, he will not offer these activities to Bhagavan because he doesn't see the purpose. It's not going to give him any material benefit to do so. Therefore, he only offers karma kanda, the Vedic activities that are prescribed in the Vedas. He offers those, the Vedic injunctions. He offers those activities to the Lord, and he expects some result. But the devotee, whether he is eating, sleeping, bathing, everything he is doing as an offering to the Lord. The Vaishnava, which is this body, is actually a Vishnu mandir, property of the Lord. As we heard yesterday, Mahabhuta Sanatana Goswami. You have offered everything. You have offered your body to me. It is my property now. How can you destroy another person's property? How can you commit suicide? It is my property. Through you, I want to accomplish so many things. The Vaishnava understands this body is only a vessel, instrument in the Lord's hands. Therefore, we maintain it for his pleasure, so that we may perform his service according to his desire. So, this is the great difference between the karmi and the bhakta. Bhakta offers everything unto the Lord. This conclusion has also been confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, in the dialogue of the Nava Yogendras. Kayena vacha manasendriyarva buddhyatmana vanushrita svabhava karoti yat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayat. In accordance with the particular nature that one has acquired in conditioned life, whatever one does with body, words, mind, senses, intelligence, or purified consciousness, one should offer to the Supreme, thinking that this is for the pleasure of the Lord Narayan. While commenting on this sloka, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada writes, the activities of a bhakta are performed with body, mind, speech, intelligence, false ego, heart, and all the senses, but they should not be compared to the dharmic act of karmis, which are performed for their own enjoyment. There is a vast difference between the activities of a bhakta and a karmi. A karmi also eats, but he is eating for his own pleasure, for his own nourishment, so he can enjoy. The devotee, he takes honors Maha, he never eats, he honors Mahaprasad, so he can maintain his body for the service of the Lord. The karmi will wash his body, clean his body so he will look beautiful, so he can attract the opposite sex, he can enjoy. The devotee will clean his body so that he may be pure, so he can engage in Thakurji's service. And there's a vast difference between the both. As a result of offering one's actions to Krishna as described above, one's aversion towards him is gradually removed. In other words, by doing everything for Krishna, one will become attached to him. And one's bahirmukata, aversion to him, will actually slowly disappear. Jivas who are situated in their sarup perform all their actions only for the purpose of serving Krishna. If some pious karmis who have spiritual good fortune follow the ideals of Bhaktas in a bona fide sampradaya and offer all their activities unto the lotus feet of Sri Bhagavan, they quickly rise above karma Mr. Bhakti and are counted among the Bhaktas. So if these karmis though, however, if they come into the association of the Bhaktas, they may also then slowly come to the platform of performing pure devotional service. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes Krishna as saying, "O Arjuna, now ascertain your own qualification. You are engaged in assisting me in my pastimes, having descended with me as a Dharmavir, righteous hero. Therefore you can neither be counted among the Nirapeksha, indifferent, Shanta Bhaktas, nor the Sakam Bhaktas. You will only perform that Bhakti which is mixed with Nishkam Karma and Jnana. It is therefore your duty to offer me whatever austerities and other activities you perform. The conception of materialist is to perform an act with material desires and then offer the activity to me simply as a remnant. This conception is empty and useless. You should perform the action in the right way at its inception. Thus perform Gyan, Nishkam Karma Gyan Mr. Bhakti. Therefore, the karmis, they'll do everything for themselves, but in the end they'll offer something to the Lord, thinking if I don't offer then they won't be successful, some problem will come. So it's like remnants. They're doing everything with a desire for their own happiness. And they're just somehow trying to engage the Lord, make the Lord of their order supplier, bless them so that they can get benefit. It's useless. This will never lead to anything. Never lead to. One cannot attain Bhagavan by this. But the devotee, from the very beginning of his activity, he thinks about if it's pleasing to the Lord or not, and then he engages in it for the Lord's service. So the devotee, from the inception of the seva, he engages in, he offers it to the Lord. So 28, Shubha Shubha Phalai Devam Moksha Se Karma Bandhanai Sannyasa Yoga Yukta Atma Vimukta Mam Upaishyasi. In this way, you will be free from the bondage of auspicious and inauspicious karmic results. Being thus blessed with the yoga of renunciation, by offering me all the results of your actions, you will become distinguished even among liberated souls and you will attain me. Bhavanavad. In this way, you will become free from the bondage of karma and its unlimited good and bad results. Sri Gopal Tapani Upanishad states, Krishna Bhajan is Bhakti. By this Bhakti, one becomes free from worldly, lokic, as well as higher, celestial, paralokic designations. In other words, one becomes free from desiring the fruits of one's activities and fixes one's mind only in bhajan to Sri Krishna. This is called Naishkarmya, and therefore to give up the results of karma is certainly sannyas. In other words, if you offer all your activities unto the Lord, then you'll be bound, you'll be free from the bondage of karma, auspicious and inauspicious, papa and punya. You become free from all these things. And then, by doing so, by not accepting the results of your actions, detachment will come, renunciation will arise. And then, slowly, one will progress and achieve the Lord. Those whose Atma mind is fixed in such yoga are yoga yukta Atma. When gifted with this yoga, you will not merely be liberated, mukta, but you will be vimukta, a distinguished person even among the liberated souls. and you will come near me to engage in my direct service. In other words, so many jnanis, they may achieve mukti. This is nothing special. But a bhakta is more than mukti, is vimukta. He not only is he liberated, but he directly engages in Bhagavan's prem seva, prem mohi seva. Therefore, a bhakta, he is distinguished even among the liberated. Muktana abhisiddhanam narayana parayana. That among so many muktas and siddhas, one may be a devotee of Narayana. So, Bhagavan, and then out of so many thousands of Narayana Bhakti, one may be a Bhakta of Krishna. Out of so many thousands of Krishna Bhakti, one may be a Bhakta of Radharani. So we can understand this. The devotees, they are not muktas, but they are vimuktas. Even while staying in this world, they are known as jivan muktas. While living, they are liberated. O Mahamuni, among millions of liberated and perfected beings, a peaceful devotee of Lord Narayan is most rare. And furthermore, the Lord can give mukti, but He rarely gives bhakti. So mukti is what? Namabhas hoile hoite mukti tuchya phal. Mukti is what? Tuchya phal. Simply by chanting the holy name, liberation comes very easily. One namabhas, like Ajamil. Sanketyam parihasyam stobam heran evava. Vaikunta nama grahanat ashesha aga haram vidu. Ajamil, he only called to his son, Narayan, Narayan. Why Narada Rishi told him? Namkaran samskar. He said, your son, give him the name Narayan. Ajamil was a very pious Brahman. But he engaged in so many, he got attached to a prostitute and then he gave up his wife and he engaged in so many bad activities. Dagoids, stealing, killing, this, that. But then by Narada's mercy, then he named his son Narayan. And when the three Yamadutas they came to take him, then he called out, Narayan, Narayana. In this word Narayan, there are 4 syllables. Narayana. Therefore, 4 Vishnudutas they came, one for each syllable. These 4 Vishnudutas, they chased away these 3 Yamadutas. Because we are doing by body, mind and word, we are doing sinful activities, then for 3 Yamadutas they come. One puts a noose around the neck, one puts a hook in the body, and one takes a stick and a whip and beats, and then they pull, and then they make you walk. Don't think that once you die, you go directly to hellish planets. No. You have to first go to the hellish planets. They're not going to put you in a nice Pushpa Viman, nice one plane, and deliver you to hell. Bhagavad describes how is the journey to hell. They make you walk. It's not 1-2 kilometers. You know when we do Govardhan Parikrama, we're doing what? How it takes us 2-3 hours, right? We do 1/2. After 1/2 is like 10-11 kilometers. Everyone by that time is ready to sit in the bus and come back. 10-11 kilometers, sweating, tired, feet paining, body sore. How far is Patal Lok from here, you know? No, even Patal Lok, the Narak Loks are even below Patal. Just to cross Bhumandal, let's speak of Bhumandal, just to get out of Jambu to it, 800,000 miles. Then you have to go down to Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Rasatal, Patal, then Narak. So it's millions and millions of miles. The Yamadutas, but the time is different. In the lower planetary systems, there millions of years is like a few minutes here. So and then when you go to Satyalok, millions of years here is like a few minutes there. So the lower you go, the time becomes slow. Fast. And then the higher you go, the time becomes slower. Like that. So they make you walk. And they don't give you any water. And then they have these ruru dogs. They're biting your ankles, they're biting you on the way. And they're beating you. Hot sun, stony road, thorns. Such a hellish journey. They make you walk the whole way. And once you get there, then they open up the books and okay, read the book. What have you done? Is this sin? According to this punishment. Then you suffer. So, this Ajamil, The Yamarutas came, but then the 4 Vishnurutas, they chased him away. Why? Because Sankityam Parihasyam Stobanam Helan Eva. By, it will indicate by musical performance, jokingly, or even with neglect. Some people they make fun. Look at this Hare Krishna, nonsense, look at them. Bhikari, nonsense people, but they are telling the holy name, the Namavas. Someone doing musical playing for money. So many people, Anup Jalota, Bhimsen Rao, this one, that one, so many doing money, they're chanting holy names. They also Namavas. Also, someone by accident, you stumble, oh, Ram, 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 Ram. Or someone falls down, oh, Ram, Ram, Ram. Or you hear a rickshaw saying, Radha, 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 Namavas. This is all purifying, all it grants liberation immediately. So, therefore, mukti, liberation, this is not anything special. This is ordinary things. In previous yoga, people are doing austerity, dhyan, then it takes a long time to attain liberation. But in Kali Yuga, it is called Dhanya Kali. Kali Yuga kevala nama dhara, sumari sumari nara uttara epara. By chanting the holy name, one quickly, easily delivered in this age of Kali. Krite adhyayato vishnum tetaya yasato mataya. Varpare paricharyanya kalau tadhari kirtana. Kale dosha nidhe rajan asti yata mahatuna. Kirtana deva kristasya mukta sankapara parita. Ocean, it is Kali Yuga, the ocean of folks. But one good quality is Krishna Kirtan. By doing Krishna Kirtan, one easily attains liberation, attains perfection. So the Lord, He can give mukti, but bhakti, the Lord will not, He rarely gives bhakti. From this statement of Sukadeva Goswami, it is understood that direct service to Bhagavan with prem is superior to mukti. Prakashika vritti. One's heart is purified by taking shelter of pradhani bhuta bhakti. That means whatever you're doing, you're adding some devotion there. And it purifies the heart. Thus becoming free from the bondage of all good and bad karma, such persons can attain a special position among liberated souls. And finally, they can attain Bhagavan. So, we should offer all our actions, but like the devotees are doing. We offer those actions which are favorable and are pleasing to the Lord. Not like ignorant karmis, they're doing many nonsense things. Like they open a slaughterhouse, they're making so much money, and they want to be free, and they're making a big feast. They think I will be free from the karma. So they're also offering to Krishna, but it is so much sin is involved in there. So that's not like them. We don't do bad things and try to offer that to God. We only offer those things which are pleasing to the Lord. And ultimately, like the Shuddha Vaishnavas, the pure devotees, knowing what the Lord wants, we do those activities according to His desire. That is, then we are Bhakti. Now stage we still do many things according to our own plan and program, our own desire. But ultimately one day we'll have to give up our own independent desire and act according to the Lord's desire fully. Then it is full Sharanagati. That is the gateway to enter into devotion. So, then we can attain Bhagavan very quickly through the process of Bhakti. Other processes, karma, jnana, yoga, etc., they will not lead to Bhagavan. Here it should be specifically, if karma, jnana and yoga are performed with devotion, with the purpose of attaining Bhagavan, then we may slowly elevate our consciousness and come to Bhakti, and from Bhakti we attain Bhagavan. But if karma, jnana, yoga are performed independent from Bhagavan, they will never link to Bhakti also. There is difference between karma and karma yoga, the difference between jnana and jnana yoga, the difference between just plain yoga and yoga mixed with bhakti. Karma is just karma, action and fruit. The karma yoga means doing action but offering it to the Lord. So there is some purification there. Jnana means doing accumulating knowledge to achieve liberation. But Jnana yoga means culminating knowledge ultimately with devotion. So whenever devotion is added to the other processes, it will purify the heart, and then by purifying the heart, by developing, creating sukriti, one may then one day achieve the association of devotees, the bhaktas, and then by their mercy one may then engage in bhakti, by which one can attain Bhagavan. Like if you're doing plain yoga, then what do you get? You get a healthy body and a long life. But if you're doing yoga mixed with devotion, then gradually what will happen is your heart will become purified and you may achieve sadhu sangha slowly. And then by that, then one's heart will be purified and then devotion will attain bhakti. Here it should be specifically understood that they can attain the Premmohi Seva of Sri Bhagavan, which is far superior to Mukti. This is the difference between the devotees and the Karmis, Jnani, Yogis. They can never achieve this Premmohi Seva. They may achieve Mukti, but Premmohi Seva is not possible. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyasti na priyam ye bhajanti tu man bhaktya maiteshu chapyaham. I am equal to all living beings and am neither inimical nor partial to anyone. But those who serve me with bhakti are attached to me. So too I am bound by affection for them. Bhagavan, he is equal, he is impartial. But those who serve him, then Bhagavan, he reciprocates. He becomes attached to the devotees. Therefore he is known as Bhakta Vatsala. Bhakta Vatsalya. He is Bhagavata Vatsala Sri Giridhari. Giridhari is Bhakta Vatsala. He is very affectionate and disposed to his devotees. He is impartial, but those who surrender to him, then he reciprocates. He gives mercy. Arjuna may say, it is like the sun. The sun is giving sunlight to everyone, right? If you are a mole in the cave, you are a bat in the cave, you don't come out, then you will not get the benefit. But the sun is not saying don't come out. You like, you come, I give you my sun, right? So it's impartial. If someone goes directly to the sun god and worships him, pleases him, then the sun god will directly himself reciprocate. Even though he is impartial to everyone, he is giving sunlight to all, but those who directly approach him, he will give them special benefit. So it is like that with Bhagavan. He is impartial to all, but if you take shelter of him, then Bhagavan will reciprocate with you. Like in English, they have a saying: if you don't ask, you don't get. There are so many charities, they are giving charity to this person, this place, that place, everywhere. But if you don't ask, you may or may not give charity, right? Yeah. But those who apply for the charity, they will approach, I have some need, then they will consider your request and then they will give you the charity. It's natural. If you approach, whether it's a demigod, approach the Lord, naturally they feel obliged, the Lord feels obliged to reciprocate with his devotee. Why? Because the devotee has love in his heart. Not that because it is some duty or he is forced to. The Lord is not obliged to anyone actually. The demigods are obliged. It is the rule. If they worship, then they have to reciprocate. The Lord, someone may worship the Lord, but if he is worshipping with material desires, then Bhagavan he is more clever than you. He will fulfill your material desires. He will give you some material benefit, but he will not give you devotion. But if you have devotion, then Bhagavan will then reciprocate with you. And then your bhakti will become pure, perfect. Prema bhakti will arise. Arjuna may say, Arjuna may say, Oh Krishna, you bring only your bhaktas near you by liberating them, but you do not bring the non-devotees. This means that you are also partial, since this is an expansion of this is an expression of attachment and envy. Someone may, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is hypothetically saying, Arjuna may raise this doubt. That we see that all the devotees are coming to you, but why don't you bring the non-devotees? That means you are envious of the non-devotees, you are attached to them. devotees. You have some hatred or some resentment. You don't care for the non-devotees. Only you care for those who are worshipping you, then you care. In response to this, Sri Bhagavan speaks this sloka beginning with Samoham, which says, no, I am equal to all. The Bhaktas live in me and I also live in them. According to this explanation, the whole universe is in Bhagavan. And Bhagavan is also in the whole universe. He shows no partiality by doing this. In other words, whether you are a snake, a scorpion, whether you are a ghost, a rakshasa, demon, brahmana, elephant, dog, devotee, Bhagavan is inside your heart as Paramatma. He never neglects anyone. He is with everybody. And he is giving inspiration, forgetfulness, everyone. He is helping everybody. Simply, it is his nature. If you approach him, then he'll feel with, if you approach him with devotion, then he feels obliged. He feels bound by that devotion to reciprocate. But if you have many material desires, then he doesn't feel any obligation to reciprocate with that. He knows that is poison. It is not beneficial for you. Then why he will help you? Bhagavan will not be so cruel. Then Maya Devi, who is in charge of this material universe, she comes and sees those jivas who are independent of Bhagavan, then she mercifully punishes them. So they realize that, oh, this is not the way to be happy in this world. There must be some other means. This is not beneficial for me. Especially in Kali Yuga, the jivas, their brains, they are very short. And the nature of Kali Yuga jivas, even if they commit a mistake once, twice, 3 times, they will not do it. They do again and again, they keep making the same mistake. Someone who is very fortunate, if you commit a mistake one time, then he learns from that mistake. He doesn't do it again. The topmost person is that he, just by hearing, he understands that this is a problem. This is full of suffering. I will not do this. Then he doesn't do it. Mistake. He is the topmost. But the Kali Yuga Jiva, his nature is he likes to do the same mistake again and again. And he never learns from his mistakes. It's like you have any person who is very lusty, he's running after the opposite sex, and he gets kicked and suffers so much. Oh, this woman was not good, the next one will be good for me. Goes to second one. This one was not good, the third one. Oh, this problem. Oh, I'll get one Indian wife. Indian wife very humble, never arguing. Videshi one problem. Always looking for some angle, this, that, but doesn't realize that the nature of this material world is philosophy. One cannot escape the nature of this world. It's like if you are a fish in water, no matter which part of the pond you swim, you're going to always be wet, right? So if you're in this material world full of suffering, doesn't matter which place you go, suffering will always be following you around. And you cannot escape it. So, Bhagavan, he never neglects anybody. He's always there with the jiva. Whether they are sinful, whether they are envious, whether they are inclined to, he's always there, ready to help. The statement, Ye yata mam prapajante tam sthataiva bhajamyaham means, I reciprocate with the consciousness with which one surrenders to me, and also worship him accordingly. So he says, bhajamyaham. Bhajami means what? Bhajan. Bhajtavi the sevaya. In other words, he said, I serve that person. According to how they serve me, I also serve them in return. So, in whichever way the bhaktas are attached to me, I, who exist in them, am similarly attached to them. So then Bhagavan, he becomes attached to his devotees. Not only does he serve them, but he becomes attached. And then Bhagavan invested in that devotee. He cares for that devotee. And he's always thinking, when will that devotee come back to me? Like Gopkumar. Sanatana Goswami described that when Janasharma, he came back, and when Gopkumar, he came there to Golok Vrindavan, then Krishna, Balaram, and his coward boys, they came towards the cows, they were cowards, they came, they saw him, they came running to him, and Krishna came and embraced Gopkumar. He said, where have you been? So long, I've been waiting for you such a long time. Krishna was so happy that Gokumar had returned. Not returned, but he had actually come to him. So, in this way, when we say the church return or come back to him, because all jivas, they are manifested from Bhagavan. But like the child is with the father before he is born, the jivatma is with Bhagavan before he is born. Like that, in the seed form. So in that sense we are returning to Bhagavan, but in its natural and complete and perfect state. We shouldn't think that the jiva fell from Vaikuntha, the spiritual world, and then went back to the spiritual world. No, not like that. So here, this should be understood. So I am attached to them similarly. This should be understood. In this regard, the example of a wish-fulfilling tree can be given. Those who desire the tree's fruit take shelter of it, but in reality they are not attached to the tree at all. They are only attached to its fruit. Moreover, the wish-fulfilling tree does not become attached to those who take its shelter, nor does it hate those who have enmity towards it. Yet Bhagavan kills the enemies of his Bhaktas with his own hands. As Bhagavan said while speaking about Prahlad, when Hiranyakashipu acts inimically towards Prahlad, I will certainly destroy him, even though he has become powerful by the boons of Brahma. So Bhagavan, he is partial to his devotees in that sense. If they have surrendered to him, he will protect them. If a non-devotee attacks a devotee, Bhagavan will take the side of the devotee. He will not watch, okay, you guys, your business, you fight it out. I am not getting involved. No, Bhagavan has some partiality. He will actually protect his devotees somewhat, to some extent, depending on what is favorable for the devotee. Ultimately, what should be protected is our devotion. So that which is favorable for our bhakti, Bhagavan will do that ultimately. Not for what is favorable to the body, not what is favorable to our mind and our possessions. Not. Bhagavan will always see what is favorable to his bhakti, then he will act accordingly. Because material bodies, they come and go. Now we have one body, tomorrow we will have another body. This is not worth it. This material body is destined to be burnt and enter into become ash and earth. But our devotion, Bhagavan will always see what is favorable to our devotion. And he will do everything that is favorable for that. And that's why we experience suffering and distress in this world. Because Bhagavan is giving us something which is actually favorable for us. But we think that, if we think that I am the body, then we think, I am suffering, this is unfavorable for me, this is not good for me. But actually, whatever is happening to us is actually the desire of the Lord. And simply we just take shelter of Guru Vaishnavas, they will confirm. Whatever they say, that is beneficial for me. We don't need to think ahead. We have to accept the fact that we're in a material world. So we will all experience birth, old age, disease and death. There's no escaping it. Once we accept this reality, then we can happily take shelter in Guru Vaishnava, place our Shraddha, faith in them. However they guide us, we will always be happy, we will never suffer. The Vaishnavas, they never suffer. It's not think, Vaishnava is suffering, he is undergoing pain. No, it said that in Chaitanya Bhagavad, this verse, it said that Vaishnava deke jata vyavahara duk tahaya janiyami paramananda sukh. Something like this. It said that whatever suffering we see in the body of a Vaishnava, I consider actually to be Paramananda Sukh. He is actually experiencing the topmost bliss. He is not suffering. So, Bhagavan, he is always partial to his devotees, because the devotees have surrendered unto him. But at the same time, if the non-devotees, they are to surrender unto Bhagavan, then Bhagavan will also give them the same benefits. He's not going to distinguish, you came to me first and you came later to me. No. The Atma is eternal. Anyone who takes shelter of Bhagavan, Bhagavan will reciprocate fully. So Bhagavan is supremely merciful, supremely kind and compassionate to his devotees. Very, very merciful. Therefore, he is always thinking and always trying to help his bhaktas. And then on top of that, if you have Guru Vaishnava, you taking shelter of Guru Vaishnava, and Guru and Bhagavan's, not only is Bhagavan thinking about your welfare, but the parikars of Bhagavan are thinking about your welfare, then you should definitely understand that if Guru Vaishnava are thinking for you, then you have achieved the perfection of this human life. Not only is Bhagavan, but his associates also thinking of you. What destination will you achieve? Must be something very, very auspicious. So here, some commentators give a different explanation of the word tu in the above shloka. This partiality in the form of Bhakta Vatsalya is always an ornament, not a defect. In this way, Krishna's Bhakta Vatsalya is well known, not his Vatsalya for a Jnana or a yogi. Bhagavan is not Jnani Vatsalya, he is not Yogi Vatsalya, he is not Karmi Vatsalya. Bhagavan is Bhakta Vatsalya. Affectionate, more than 1,000,000 mothers or fathers to his devotee. Just as it is natural for a person to be affectionately inclined to his own servant and not to the servants of others, Bhagavan has affection for his bhaktas and not for the devotees of Rudra or Durga Devi. Bhagavan loves his devotees. You worship demigods, that means you have love for someone else. Bhagavan, he cannot take your love by force. Therefore, he cannot fully reciprocate. You understand? If someone is not offering their love and devotion to you, then how can you reciprocate? You cannot. Therefore, you have to wait for that person to offer it to you. Then you can reciprocate with him. It's like Bhagavan will not run after you. Even in material sense, we see someone has like business, and your customer is there. You want the customer's business, right? You start running after him, then what will the customer like? He's greedy, he'll run away. When the customer comes to you and tells you, I want to do this business, I want some, then you can say, okay, so I have these things, let's do business together. Right? You try to run after them, it will not work. The jiva has its own independence. Therefore you have to wait. Bhagavan waits for the jiva to give that independence to you. You not run after. He waits patiently. He may try to inspire, try to arrange, but he cannot force. But forcing means what? Like this is a material object. I can force this, right? But if I go to you, start twisting your hand, then what will happen? Hey, what are you doing? Why are you twisting my hand? You question. Right? Material, anything that you do by force, it means inert, it's jad. So because the Atma is spirit, you cannot force the spirit. You cannot force the soul. The soul has its own independent decisions and desires. Bhagavan waits to see how to offering that. Prakashana Vritti. The following objection may be raised. By giving special liberation to his bhaktas, Bhagavan bestows upon them the prema seva of his lotus feet. But he does not behave like this with the non-devotees. Is this not symptomatic of the defects of partiality, which arises from attachment and envy? When we are like materialistic people, they are very attached to their own country, attached to their own family, the city, everything. And if anyone who is against that or not favorable for that, then they come against. Oh, nonsense, this and that. Why? Based on attachment and envy, this partiality comes from this. So their question is, so Bhagavan is not partial like this. Look, he likes the devotees, but he doesn't like the non-devotees. Bhagavan also partial? In response to this, it is stated that he has equal vision. He does not hate anybody, nor is anyone dear to him. He creates and maintains humans and other living beings according to their karma. According to how you act, Bhagavan will reciprocate. If you do, like even in this world, if you break the law, you get punished. And if you do many good things for society, then the government will recognize you and they'll even make a statue of you. Right? That's a material example. So Bhagavan also, he understands, according to what you do, you get what you deserve. A sinner is not going to get benefit, and then a good person is going to get suffering. According to how you act, you will get the result. Do good things, you get good reaction. Do bad things, you get a bad reaction. natural. So Bhagavan is equal. He sees everyone equally. He doesn't hate anybody, nor is attached to anyone. He just wants to help everybody. So according to their karma, he gives them what they deserve. Somebody may say that while maintaining the jivas according to their karma, he gives happiness to some, misery to others, and moksha to others. So does this not indicate the defect of partiality arising from attachment and envy? The answer to this is found in Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, where it is said, Na dasya kaschit daita pratipo, na gyati bandhu na parona chasvaha. Samasya sarvatta nirandanasya sukena raga uta eva rosha. He is equal to all living beings. There is nobody who is dear or not dear to him. Since a detached person has no attraction to sense pleasure, how can he become angry when his sense pleasure is disturbed? So someone who has no attachment to sense pleasure, but some happiness comes to him, okay, it came. If someone takes it away, then he's not going to be like crying, oh. Like someone has no attachment. You can give that person a mango. Oh, mango came. And a monkey comes and steals it. He's not going to be like weeping, oh, where's my mango, where's it gone? Easy come, easy go. But someone who has one desire, saving money 4 or 5 days, I'm going to buy this very special mango from market, and go home, I'm going to make mango rabari, I'm going to make this, that, I'm going to enjoy this mango. He's thinking so much intense, oh, this mango, I've not had mango in a long time, I really want this mango. So when he buys the mango, he's carrying the plastic bag and the monkey comes and steals that and runs and it falls in the street and he's so much disturbed, so much upset. Oh, nonsense monkey, shoot the monkey, kill the monkey, very angry, very upset. He's suffering too much. So if you are detached, then you will not suffer. So Bhagavan, because he is detached, then he helps, he feels pleasure while helping the devotees, and the non-devotees do not take shelter from him, he still is detached from him. He's not, they don't take shelter, what can he do? He waits patiently. He's not suffering because of that. But in reality also, Bhakti describes Bhagavan does. He feels sadness in his heart when he sees the jivas going away from him. Therefore he tries to help the jivas by sending his pure devotee. In the next sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, it says that Tatavitam Shakti Visargaya Samsukaya Dukaya Hitaya Hitaya Bandaya Mokshaya Chamrittu Janmano Sharinam Samshitaya Avakalpate. Although Shri Krishna is the original performer of action, he himself is not the cause of the jiva's happiness, distress, bondage and liberation. It is only Gunamaya, which governs the karmic results of the jiva's sin and piety, and becomes the cause of the jiva's birth and death, happiness and distress. Bhagavan directly himself, he is not even administrating all this. It is Gunamaya, his Maya Shakti, the laws that he has put in place, the laws of karma, time, Maya Devi, all these are, his Shaktis are performing everything. Because there is no difference between the energy and the energetic, that is Shakti and Shaktiman, it is true that the activities of his Maya Shakti will also be seen as his work, his own work. Yet one cannot attribute the defect of partiality to him, because the results that jiva receives for his actions are in accordance with his own karma. In other words, the jiva is always responsible for his own suffering and his happiness. You go down the path of karma, you have to be ready to accept the results, happiness and distress, based on your own actions. While commenting on this shloka, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the example of the sun and the owl. The sunlight is miserable for the owl, the kumud flower and certain other entities, but it is pleasing for the chakravak bird and the lotus flower. One cannot accuse the sun of having the defect of partiality. The same way Bhagavan's Maya awards results according to the jiva's actions. One cannot attribute to him the defect of partiality because of this. In this context, one should also deliberate upon the following shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tomorrow we'll hear more regarding this topic. Gaur Pramananda Hare Hare Vam. Jai Guru Padma ki jai, Guru Parampara ki jai, Satchinandan Gaur Hare ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Chaturmasya Vrat ki jai, Nidai Gaur Pramananda Hare Hare Vam.
Good, huh? Much better.
Like big difference, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Big difference. Now, like before, that probably you're gonna hear, like now
That's good.
now you can actually like upstairs, like similar now, a little less, but almost same.
Yeah, that's far.
You can hear the